went through a process. How do you take control of these people? It's called effective political action. Everybody's here today and we're in agreement in what our goals are. We know what's wrong with government. We know what the problems are, and we know who the bad guys are. But there's a process in America, the democratic process, that we have to follow to make it happen. The people who are here today are the only ones that can make it happen. We're at the grassroots. We can't just come here today and demand change and say we want change and be loud. We have to go back and we have to act locally so that we have a national impact. The way you defeat an incumbent is to create negatives on that incumbent. Nobody knows how your local congressman votes. What we have to do if we're going to be effective in political action is to start creating negatives on these people a year and a half before the elections. We're going to start with a proclamation from we the people, and we're going to pound it with a nail on his door and say this is what we demand. But we're not going to stop there. That's so he knows where we're coming from. The way we're going to defeat him is we're going to hang negatives around his neck. How many of you people like Nancy Pelosi? How many of you are aware that probably 80% of the Congress people that represent you are rubber stamps for Nancy Pelosi? It's a fact. In the media era that we have today, you've got the 30-second soundbite. You've got the internet, you've got YouTubes, you got this kind of thing. You don't have time to make a detailed case of these people, of their records. It takes too long. What we're going to do is we're going to take that local congressman and we're going to mention his name, Nancy Pelosi's name, and Barney Frank, and let the people know that there's no difference. But we're going to go to that event with his people there and the press there and everybody else there, all right? And we are going to start a nice and little simple chant. Bishop, Pelosi, Barney Frank, no difference. How long does it take somebody to hear that? And we're going to say it 1,000 times. And we're going to say it 10,000 times over the next 12 months. There are ways that we can be effective and take advantage of the current media that we have. The 30-second soundbite. I don't have time to go through their individual records, but we know they're bad. If you have one of those people out there that represent you, that are a rubber stamp for what's wrong with this country, you need to go to those people and tell everybody you know through effective political action and showing up at their doors, posting proclamations on their door, and getting the press to sit there and listen to you. If we go back now to our home districts and we start to take this kind of action that's simple, defined, and that can easily be put in a soundbite to the media, we can be effective by taking this government back. I need everybody here, everybody who's here today has to vow to go back to your local communities and work on your local people. And guess what? We'll take our state and our country back. Thank you.